Littleton, Colorado. We're here for the first ever Sled Showdown, and I am joined here by a couple of folks, and I don't know if I'm on. Yeah, I guess I'm on. So Shazi over there, our producer, was shaking his head wildly, so I wasn't sure what he was talking about. But now I got Charlie Host on with me as well, and the amazing Manny Furtado. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how are you, Marty?
Marty, thanks so much
Charlie.
for having us. Great to see you, Manny. Great to be here.
Yeah, so this is a really exciting day today. We're going to showcase some of the best athletes in the world here. We've got what we're going to have is a Team USA, and also against the Avalanche. But really, in reality, it's there's Team USA players on each team, and we have I think we have 7 USA players today. So that's pretty impressive. These guys have been here all week training in Colorado, and some from out of state, and all here. These are some of the best players in the entire world. 5 Olympic gold medals straight, Charlie, for the U.S. sled hockey program, and we have the crux of them here today. That's a pretty potent lineup.
Extremely potent, and you look at the resumes of so many of these players, and led by Declan Farmer and what he's accomplished, obviously in sled hockey, and it starts there. And as you go to other players on each of these rosters, you just have many that are the best of the best and have reached the absolute top of sled hockey. It's certainly an exciting game that we're preparing for.
Yeah. So let's maybe go through a few of these. We've got the Team USA roster: Neil McCahill, Corey Chu, Declan Farmer, Evan Nichols, Brett Bolton, and Kyle Severson. And how about right off the top, Charlie? Can you kind of go through that lineup? And these guys all have pretty amazing stories.
They really do. You look at, and I'll just take them in the order in which you said them, Marty. You look at Neil McCahill, someone who is an amputee for the last 2.5 years, playing sled hockey for the last couple of years. His situation was he was hit by a skier at Vail and had to have 38 surgeries.
Yeah.
I mean, just unbelievable. Played high school football at Thunder Ridge, so obviously a local guy, and so 33 years old, and we were told that he's expecting his first child here in a few weeks. So certainly exciting time for him and his family. And then Corey Chu is a forward, lower limb, had his left leg amputated. And so just another exciting player that's going to be a part of the game here today. And then Declan Farmer, quite possibly the most well-known in the top sled hockey player, in all of sled hockey. What an honor for us to have him here. And you look at his resume, and, we could be here for a while talking about all of his accomplishments. 3-time Paralympic Winter Games, 2014, 2018, 2022, all gold medals. 4 World Championships, 2015 and 2019, both golds. 2013, 2017, silver medals. 9-time Para Hockey Cups. 8 of those are championships. 1 runner-up. 1 International Para Hockey Cup, which was first place. And, oh, by the way, he won an ESPY. I mean, 2014 ESPY award winner, best male athlete with a disability. Really something else. And economics degree from Princeton. You just go on and on and on. His career stats really stand out. 117 games played. He has 135 goals, 113 assists for 248 points. So a lot of the players even kind of have been coached by him and taught by him in sled hockey, which is really cool. Evan Nichols is next. He's number 19. So for Evan, a younger guy at 17, I just love this, the youngest player on the 2022 gold medal team. Started playing at the age of 10, and then just 7 years later, he's a gold medalist and the youngest on that team at age 17. A rare disease that impacted his hips is what he was born with. It impacts children ages 3 to 11. So Evan Nichols, just a real inspiration to many. His career stats: 14 games played, 8 goals, 9 assists for 17 points. 1 Paralympic Winter Games, which was just in 2022. He won gold. Paralympic Para-Hockey Cup 2022, first place. 1 International Para-Hockey Cup for the International 2022, first place as well. And then we move on to Brett Bolton, a defenseman, also on the 22-23 U.S. national sled team. He's just 17 years old. He was adopted from China at age 3. What a great story. Had hip issues, and it was really neat. On the USA Hockey website, it asked, what are the 3 things that you love about hockey? And Brett's response was, I love the speed, I love shooting, and I love our teammates. And I just think, hockey is about teammates, and I thought that was really cool, especially from such a young guy, and he's really kind of new to the stage as a younger player as well. And then Kyle Severson, the goaltender, 30 years old. What a story this is too, Marty, right?
Incredible story.
Yeah, on a family vacation when he was 12, going down a water slide head first, was knocked unconscious. Nobody was aware of it. He was underwater for 5 or 10 minutes before folks realized it. Ends up in a coma for 6 months. When he wakes up, he's no longer in Calgary. He's here in Colorado. I mean, it's just really an incredible story. He plays for Colorado Sled Hockey. He was introduced to the game by Landon Squibbs, who is a Dawg Nation recipient. And so he's the goaltender for Team USA.
Yeah, and he's paralyzed. He's paralyzed on the left side of his body and plays goaltender. And I asked him, I said, how do you do that? He goes, well, a lot of duct tape. And literally ties his glove to his body so he's able to move his body and it moves his glove. Like incredible, right?
Incredible.
And so we got the Team Avs as well, and over on that we've got some Team USA players on that team as well. Number 47 is Dave Eustace. He's from Massachusetts. He lives here in Colorado. A lot of these guys have started to move here just because the hockey's so good here in Colorado with Colorado Sled Hockey, and we're spoiled here as we get these. And Dave was actually hit by a car when he was 5 years old, a kindergartner. Get this, the guy driving the car was an amputee. How ironic is that? And Dave ends up losing his leg, becomes a sled hockey player, and he's been on the Olympic team for Paralympic team since 2019. Just won a gold medal up in Moose Jaw as well. Kyle Zitch, he's another. He's been on the national team as well. Kyle is the first player ever to make the national team that was born with spina bifida. So people don't know what that one is. It's a disease kind of that messes with a lot of your body, but mostly your spine. And he's in a wheelchair. I saw him just a little bit ago, and amazing story too. Grew up in Massachusetts, also moved here. So we're lucky to have him as well. He was gold medalist in 2022. We have number 18, Brandon Adam. That's a local guy. He's from. He resides in Silverthorne, Colorado, with his wife Shannon and their 2 daughters. And Shannon also, she's gone through her challenges. Shannon is a cancer survivor herself, and but Brandon was in the military. He was in the Army, and in 2007 lost both his legs in combat, and that didn't stop him. He went on to become a 2-time medalist in X Games in skiing, and he's always he's loved sled hockey, but he's never really made that team. And he became the youngest rookie, or the oldest rookie ever, in Moose Jaw this past year. So he won a gold medal up at the World Championships at age 37. So he's going to be out there. That really great story there too. Jerry Duvall, who we all know, he's the president of Colorado Sled Hockey, and Jerry's a U.S. Army veteran as well, and he came unscathed back from the Gulf War, and when he came back, he then ironically lost his legs in a mining accident, so lost both legs. And Jerry, really big in the military, and organization and veterans, but also huge in getting other people into the sport of sled hockey. It wouldn't be the same without Jerry. Ryan Strong's new to sled hockey. Ryan Strong moved here from Wisconsin, wanted to check out Colorado because of all the cool activities out here. One of those was paragliding, and unfortunately in 2019, paragliding resulted in a spinal cord injury for Ryan. Ryan has never played goalie, and he's going to play goalie today. So, and he gets to get shot on by some of the best players in the world. So that would be like Manny, you get to play goal tonight. And by the way, Peter Forsberg and Joe Sakic are going to be shooting on you. So, and then the last one, and certainly not least, and really important as for us as we say, hockey is for everyone. We have local Robin Hill. Robin Hill grew up in the Colorado Springs area, still resides down there. She is the first player in Colorado history to make the women's national sled team, and she's got a gold medal from that as well at the World Challenge last year. And coming up in August and into September, we have the World Challenges again in Green Bay, and she's getting ready to do that one, and became a sled hockey player. We can see her out on the ice right now, and we're going to have to get a couple of jersey number changes there because we already got one that's I love Manny's got them. So Manny's got them. So it looks like Robin's going to be wearing number 30 today, and she actually had a sled that was bent in a collision, and at the Dawg Bowl this year, we surprised her by giving her a check to fix that sled for the World Championships. So how about that, Manny? That's a lot of stuff going on there.
That's a lot, and we got a preview of this game at the Dawg Bowl, and we were able to see some of these players, and I'm looking forward to seeing Declan Farmer one more time going up against the defenseman Eustace. They had quite a battle during the Dawg Bowl, and in that one, if you recall, it was Declan Farmer who scored the game-winning goal. It was tied up going into the final minutes of that third period, and he won it for his team. Tonight, he'll be playing for Team USA, going up against the Avs here, the Colorado Avalanche sled hockey program, and they're wearing those third jerseys out there, and pretty sharp-looking jerseys for the Avalanche, and of course the USA jersey from the 1980 Olympics there.
Yeah, and
that
so
they're wearing.
We do have a real special treat. We're rolling up to close to game time here. We're a little bit slow getting some of these guys out of the locker room, but our anthem singer today, you guys, is Luke Jones, and I'm going to share Luke's story really quick here. Luke is another miracle. 40 plus years ago, Luke fell into a washing machine, scalding hot water, upside down. His mother, a young mother with a bunch of other little kids, got distracted, and Luke was upside down in scalding water for at least 10 to 15 minutes. They don't really know. Somehow, some way, he survived, and they still to this day at Children's Hospital call Luke the miracle baby, and he's known as that, and was thought that he would never be able to speak again, walk again, have any kind of motor skills, and he's going to wow us all today with his voice. And you've heard him before.
Yeah, he was at the Dawg Bowl, and folks are in for a treat because it's amazing. And
he's also written a great book about his life, and what a great perspective he has on life. Is he's always positive, and a blessed man, to say the least here.
Yeah, we've got a few of the players coming out now, and Kyle Severson's in the goal down there, and you can notice with his paralysis on his left hand, he just kind of keeps that glove kind of up as close as he can. But to me, that's what hockey's all about right there. Like, head first, paralyzed, in a coma for 6 months, no verbal skills for months on end, and he's got one of the best attitudes out there.
He does. We had a chance to meet him coming into the arena here this evening, and he is going to go up against Ryan Strong in goal. Ryan is a new goalie, as you were talking about it. We haven't had a chance to see Ryan out there. We see Jerry Duvall out there, and there is Neil McCahill. And Neil McCahill, number 8, warming up.
Yeah, and this is the USA guys for the most part. That's Brett Bolton wearing 26 for Team USA. That's not his normal number, but we gave him numbers with and we've got Corey Chu out there already as well. So a few of the guys are coming out, and we'll get the rest of them out here. So what kind of game are you expecting today?
You know what? We had a pretty high-scoring game last time at the Dawg Bowl. It was high-scoring. They went back and forth, and no lead is safe when you've got Declan Farmer on the ice. Declan Farmer brought his team back from a couple-goal deficit, and as I said, he ended up getting the game winner. And it's always a battle out there between these two, and they'll key in on each other. You know, you've got a couple of guys that will really key after Declan Farmer. So I think we're in for a treat to see that battle here this evening.
Yeah, and a few of the other things we just want to make sure people know. There's Jerry Duvall entering the ice on the Avs team. The ice today was donated. The referees are donated. The scorekeepers are donated. Shaw Hockey Productions, Will Malone is donated, and you guys are donated. So, with that, it's really pretty amazing to see what happens in Dynamic over and over. Where you see the community step up over and over again to help others.
Well, this is a great cause, and we've seen so many of these players, you know, donate their time too, coming into the Dawg Nation, to the Dawg Bowl, and they donate their time, and they're willing to put a show on for all these folks out there today. So, you know, especially coming off of a World Championship, you see players out there, and rarely do you get to see them live, you know, in front of you. You see it in you might see them on TV or something, but to get a chance to see them here this evening is a treat for everybody. Charlie, I'm just amazed at the wrist shots out there. The power that they pack in about 2.5-foot blade is pretty amazing.
It really is, and the torque they're able to put on it to get those pucks up high and to go upstairs with those shots is really, really impressive. And Marty, leading into this game, talk about what's been happening. It's been a training camp type of situation for these players here.
It was kind of a, with so many of them living here, that and Declan's definitely one of the big leaders in the program, not just here locally, but nationally and international. He invites them out and says, hey, we could use some training, and they come out to Colorado and they hang out and have lunches together and dinners together, and they train at Big Bear. So it's and they've been doing that all week long, and this is kind of the culmination to that week where they kind of a cool way to get a few fans, and we're getting a nice little crowd filing in here, and it's good to see these guys, because quite often, almost ridiculously, they don't play in front of anybody.
Yeah, well, as Manny just mentioned, you know, the opportunity to see players of this caliber live is just really a fantastic opportunity. And as you said, fans certainly are starting to file in here to Edge Ice Arena for this game.
Yeah, we're waiting a little bit slow on our Avs team to get out on the ice here, but we've got 4 of them, and we don't have a goalie, so that's that might be because Ryan might have seen the lineup.
I don't know. I think Jerry's got that Army command. I can see Jerry giving him the pregame speech in there, and getting everybody out here for this thing.
Now, just to throw you guys off, Robin Hill is trading jerseys and trading teams right now. So I think it's because we've got one player running a little bit late. So when he gets here, they'll probably switch that up. But Robin Hill is going to the Team USA And I'm not sure who's switching on the other side there. I think that might be Neil McCahill. From here, we'll see when she turns around. We'll get those numbers straightened out and get this thing in. Now we do have Ryan Strong in the net. Referees today are Craig Blumengold and David Topping. David Topping is a survivor as well. He survived a brain tumor and had that cut out of him. He does a lot of really cool stuff. He's the unofficial framer for the Colorado Avalanche. He's framed all of Jared Bednar's basement, and I was at his house the other day. Had several other ones. Had some Jokic jerseys, so I think he's added the NBA to his list. And next to him there is Craig Blumengold, who recently had a really scary incident where he had a stroke driving home from a hockey practice, and with his daughter in the car, he became unresponsive, and they drove about 5 minutes and actually crashed. So they weren't really sure what happened with him, but he went a while without driving a car, and he's back at it right now. So I think we're probably ready to get our national anthem on here. If we want to get, we'll get word down to our booth there to get Mr. Luke Jones up and going.
Well, what a scary incident for Craig and his daughter. It's a good thing they were safe. And it's great to see him on the ice. I saw his wife here earlier.
And so I think we
the
do
whole
have,
family's here.
Have Luke up here right now.
And so we've heard that Corey Chu is going to play for Corey Chu.
For the Avs.
For the Avs.
Sled, who switched with Robin.
And is he number 30? Chu was number 15.
Right, and Robin has 15 white on now. So that works.
All right, here we go with the national anthem. Riley down there, huge volunteer for us, seems to have all kinds of trouble with the cord down there. So I think he might be ready now.
Through
And as always, Luke Jones does not disappoint. And Brandon Adams came on to the ice there as the national anthem was starting. And appropriately, the two-time Iraq veteran there, number 88, straps on his helmet. He's ready to go. And as we mentioned, we've got a couple of changes. So we have Corey Chu, and Corey Chu is playing now for the Colorado Avalanche sled hockey team. And Robin Hill has moved over to Team USA. She is number 15. To give you the lineups real quickly, in goal, number 26, Ryan Strong for the Avalanche, and opposite of him is Kyle Severson, number 31 for Team USA. The Avs look like this: Kyle Zitch, number 12, Jerry Duvall, number 26, Corey Chu, 30, David Eustace, 71, Adam Brandon, number 88. And for Team USA, Neil McCahill, number 8, Declan Farmer, number 16, number 19 is Evan Nichols, number 26 is Brett Bolton, and number 15 is Robin Hill. I'm Manny Furtado, joined here by Charlie Host and Marty Richardson. We are underway in the first sled showdown for Dawg Nation here as the puck moves over into the near side, into the USA zone. And bottled up there, up against the half boards. The puck has moved over, and it's punched back in, and Eustace chases it there next to Strong's cage. Eustace gets tied up by Bolton. Eustace comes away with the puck, however, and looking for an outlet, has it stolen off of his stick. Puck is tipped back over. Eustace gathers it back in over on the far side, banks it off the mid-ice boards, and Brett Bolton chases it down. Bolton gathers it in, and with a quick little left-handed pass, moves it back up ice, picked up by Robin Hill. Chased down, and Nichols has it. Nichols taken off the puck and back down in deep. Jerry Duvall has it. Duvall over on the half boards, tied up by Declan Farmer. Puck is stripped off, and the loose puck in the slot is gathered back in by Zitch. Banks it off the mid-ice boards, and it comes back out to center. There's a race for it. Eustace tries to work it in, but Nichols gets there first, and the 18-year-old was able to move it back over to the safety, over to the half boards. Little backhanded pass. And the pass up ice. Robin Hill unable to control. It's Eustace with it. Eustace works his way into the zone and into the slot, but he's sandwiched between a couple of USA hockey players. Eustace feathers one back over to Brandon Adams. Adam Brandon. And the first shot of the game is ricocheted. Charlie, fast action to start off here.
Fast pace for sure, and you could see when Eustace came over the blue line, he drew a lot of attention from Team USA defenders as he tried to drive his way into the slot.
And the shot whistles by Kyle Severson. And back behind the cage, it looks like the Hanson brothers back there. Couple of checks in tight on Jerry Duvall, but Duvall's used to it. And the loose puck right in front, the shot and a blocker save. As Duvall picks it back up, he's got a man in the middle. And trying to work it free there, we had and all the way back, bringing it in, shot, goal, first goal of the game. Evan Nichols wires one. And Nichols scores, making it 1-0 for Team USA.
Now we're seeing the replay here, Charlie. He comes into the face-off dot, and just he got a lot on that. We talked about that in the warm-ups, how much these guys power they generate there.
Yeah, he got a lot on that shot, and exactly right, exactly what we were talking about in warm-ups, just the velocity that these players are able to get onto that puck. Evan Nichols with a great shot there to put Team USA up 1-0.
And Farmer coming away with the puck, hits and tries to, almost had it stolen away in those quick hands. Back up ice, Bolton's got it, and Bolton turns quickly, moving the puck back over to Nichols. Nichols back to Bolton, and a check there by David Eustace. As hitting the deck was Bolton, the puck back up high, and Farmer playing center field picks up that puck at center ice. See those quick hands of Farmer.
Goodness, yeah.
And walking it back in is Eustace. Eustace over on the far side, number 71. Pass is picked off. Bolton's got it. Loses it. Duvall! And the puck in the slot diving as Severson makes the play.
That's 2 or 3 great saves already by Severson. A moment ago, a point-blank shot, and now here again, a couple of great saves by Severson.
As Farmer strides out through center, takes the zone. Farmer with the left stick moves it back over to the near side, picked back up by Bolton. Bolton, near side corner, moves it back around the end boards. Eustace gets to it first, and Eustace running into some traffic back behind. It's Farmer. As Eustace gets double teamed, Farmer tries to sweep in, but Eustace is able to move it back up the half boards. Bolton is there. Bolton tips it aside. Farmer's got it. Hits the brakes. Moves it back over to Nichols. Nichols looking for his second loose puck in front as Robin Hill had an opportunity.
Well, Evan Nichols at 17, youngest player on the 2022 national gold medal team for Team USA, and he's showing why.
Kyle Zitch scores. Good job. We're good as Kyle Zitch walks in and take us through that one.
Well, it's going to take those type of shots to beat Severson. Zitch with a great shot to go up high to get the goal for the Avalanche and tie this game at 1.
Nichols with the first goal. Zitch with the second. We are tied at 1 apiece. As the pass comes through, Bolton can't handle it. Eustace has it. Eustace sidestepping one, works his way through center. Headmans the puck up to Jerry Duvall. Jerry Duvall, the veteran, walks it in, but Brandon Adams sneaking in on the far side. So whistle blown as we have 18:55 to go in this first period, 1-1.
Incredible pace, Manny, and just the puck movement that we're seeing on both sides. The passing has been phenomenal early on.
And here comes Farmer. Farmer looking for some help. Farmer brings it in with the left hand, wires it. Declan Farmer shows why he's one of the top, if not the top players in the world.
Yeah, Declan Farmer is by far the top scorer in the history of this sport, and that's unstoppable in sled hockey. I mean, bar down from in tight. Charlie, the goalies are in a sitting position. That's almost not fair.
It is unfair, and the way he protects the puck to buy himself some time to get into that shooting position is also unfair. With his great hands, it's nearly impossible to take the puck away from him before he sets up to shoot it.
And a save made by Kyle Severson. Made that with the melon there. As Farmer over on the far side, a flick of the wrist, moves the puck back over to the near side. Bolton races in. Bolton with the puck. And the shot is saved by Strong. Strong tucks it back behind as Bolton holds that puck up against the end boards. Nichols is taken off of it, and the puck is swept back out to center. It's a race for it as McCahill tries to get to it. Eustace walks in. Eustace with a backhander and a save by Severson. Brandon Adams walks back in. Brandon Adams' centering feed is deflected back over to the near side, and Hill's got it again. Counterattack as Neil McCahill takes it down in deep into the Avs zone. Puck is tied up in the near side corner. Swung back over. Eustace racing, but Farmer will get to it first. Farmer with the right hand, with the right stick, brings it in and shielding it away from Eustace. What a battle that is.
Two American national team players there going one-on-one, and spent a lot of time together, both living in the Sloan's Lake area.
And Eustace races back. Brandon Adams circling as Brandon Adams calling for it, picks it up. from center ice. Adam makes his move, hands it off. Zich brings it in, denied. Or was he? He scores.
He scored.
So Zich scores. It's 2-2. And Zich has 2 goals. Charlie?
Yeah, on that one you saw Brandon Adam really kind of directing traffic. He collected the puck at center ice and gave a little head nod to Zich, waiting for him to come up the right side, kind of like you and I would do in beer league, Charlie. And you'd be waiting for me most of the time. But that was pretty good. And you saw that thing open up, and he caught him with a lot of speed in the neutral zone, creating that score.
Looks like they've been playing together for a long, long time, the way they set up that play. You're exactly right. How Adam just waited for Zich and then set him up, and Zich was going full speed, and at that point, no one really could stop him.
Eustace puts it aside, and McCahill chases it into the far side corner. McCahill gets there first. As Bolton up high, puck comes back up, and the shot again by Eustace. Another save by Severson, loose puck in the slot. And it's sent back out to center with a jump. There's the pass. It's on the blade of Bolton. Bolton walks in, takes a shot, scores! Bolton scores, making it 3-2.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a handcuff job on Ryan Strong as Bolton came in. And keep in mind, Ryan's really taking one for the team here. We had a last-second denial with Matt Spang not playing goal, and Ryan this morning found out he was going to be goalie. He's never played goalie before. So hats off to him for doing that. I'm not sure I would do that.
Absolutely. He's a warrior out there, that's for sure. And look at the move by Eustace. Shakes off the check, moves it up ice. And Bolton's got time, and icing is the call there. It's 3-2 in favor of Team USA.
Yeah, as you saw an icing there, guys, the rules in this are exactly the same as regular hockey except for one rule, and it's called T-boning. And that is, and Manny, you can talk a little bit about that because you've called that one before.
We have. We saw that before, and you can see the front of the sled there. That can be a dangerous play there for these players. And look at that sled maneuvering by Farmer. Farmer weaving his way through. Sends it back over. Brandon Adam picks it back up. Brandon Adam challenged by Farmer. Moves the puck back up to Duvall. Duvall deep into the USA zone. McHale has time. McCahill with the puck. Moves it back to Farmer. Farmer looking for options. Chased back by Corey Chu and moves it back over, and the pass up ice. Bolton racing for it. Strong setting up. Bolton with the puck. Eustace there. Bolton spinning, and the wraparound attempt. Strong's got it. No goal.
That's Strong's biggest save right there, Charlie. He's been watching Severson on the other end, and he was up to the challenge on that one.
He was up to the challenge. Slid over and cut off that short side before Bolton was able to stuff it in. Bolton scored the 3rd goal, the last goal of the game, his first goal for Team USA to put him up 3-2. He was looking for another one there.
And Eustace over on the far side flicks it up. Farmer rakes the play, tries to tip it past. Eustace shields him off. And Eustace spinning, works his way out of the zone. Eustace with Duvall on the right-hand side. Duvall stays on side. Back over to Zich. Zich sprawled out. Duvall's got it again. Duvall challenged by Nichols. And the puck is moved back out to center, and Declan Farmer giving chase. Zich is back. Farmer wires one. And it is 4-2 as Farmer gets his 2nd goal of the game.
Great play by Farmer as he just gets it on his left side and lets that shot go up high. His 2nd goal of the game. 4-2 is the lead now for Team USA.
And we see Brandon Adam, one of the faster players out there, number 88, gets it back over to Eustace. And David Eustace works it into the zone. 1-on-3, takes that shot, glances off the post, and ricochets back over to the near side. Bringing the puck back up as it's touched up by Nichols. He had Bolton in his sights. Can't come up with it. Farmer's got it. Farmer turns on a dime. Brandon Adam takes him out of the play.
And that's legal. Full checking is legal. And that was a nice play by Brandon Adam.
You know, and guys, we haven't mentioned it. They haven't had a line change yet.
That's hard to do when you have no teammates
and
on the bench.
No subs, no subs. Farmer's got the puck again and quickly flicks it back over to the right-hand side. Puck picked back up by Nichols. That's Evan Nichols, and it's in on goal. Ryan Strong makes the save. It is 4-2 with 10:09 and counting on the clock.
Farmer showing his ability, a backhand sauce pass all the way across the ice over to Nichols, and then Nichols with a really good shot from the far wall. Good save by Ryan Strong.
And David Eustace with time coming down the right-hand side. Closing on him is Farmer. As Farmer wedges him out, Eustace gives him the shoulder. Moves it back through the slot. The puck picked up by Brandon Adam. Leaves it there. Zich with the puck. The shot deflected by Bolton. Back behind the cage. The puck as Severson hugs the post. Loose puck. Eustace makes it 4-3.
That was a nice play from behind the net. Eustace lurking in that high slot area, and Charlie, he just finished it clinical there.
Well, and the pass is from Kyle Zich behind the net, and as soon as Eustace scores the goal, he doesn't hesitate. He goes immediately behind the net to his teammate who set him up with that perfect pass for a golden scoring opportunity that he made the most of.
We've got a switch of a stick over there on the USA sidelines. That's Brett Bolton and Will Kinghorn, coach of Colorado Sled Hockey's A team, volunteer coach. He does an amazing job there, helping out his team on the bench today.
Hill moves it back over to Bolton, but Bolton is canceled by Corey Chu with a good check on Chu. Farmer jumps on the puck back over on the far side. Farmer juggling it there. Loses the puck. The puck has moved up, and Kyle Zich on the break. Zich with McCahill on him. Zich brings it in and fires it just wide. Farmer leading the charge, takes it in, all bodies onside. Farmer dancing, and the right-handed stick shot goes up and over Strong's cage. Puck has moved back out to center. McCahill swats at it. Duvall's got it. Duvall slides it back over. Eustace. Duvall scores! Jerry Duvall. The Army Sergeant scores, making it 4-4.
Eustace was on the receiving end for the last goal on this one. He's the distributor. Great pass, a great give and go between Eustace and Duvall to tie this game up at 4.
Boy, these players, they just can, they feel the ice. They move that puck so quickly from side to side. They have that advantage of having that double stick, don't they? There, 2 sticks out there, being able to move it. There's Farmer with the shot. Eustace flicks it up, but up and not out. Farmer's got it again. Farmer slides it back over to Hill. Hill closed on quickly by Eustace. And Eustace with some, will ice that puck and sends it the distance. We're at the 6:34 mark of this first period. It's tied 4-4, Team USA and the Colorado Avs.
Yeah, and look in front of us, guys, how many fans are here today. And this was really somewhat, I wouldn't say hastily put together, but quickly. It was less than a week ago when I was asked, can we do this? And look at us today. So big hand for all the fans that came out today and supporting these incredible athletes.
And touch up by Nichols. We get a good look at the 18-year-old, number 19 out there for Team USA. And it's Adam moves it up there to Eustace, being chased. Eustace picks it in, hit the post. And is the net off the moorings? No goal. I think Eustace thought he was going to have one here. And a good play by Brett Bolton to get back.
Great play by Eustace on the replay. Hard to see because it happened behind Severson, but must have hit the goalpost and deflected right back out.
No going to Toronto today.
And Farmer's got a jump. Farmer taking it in. Eustace getting back. Farmer puts it away. Makes it 5-4. That deadly shot by Declan Farmer, his third of the game.
Well, you notice with Declan here, he scored with his right hand and his left hand. That's his left, and equally as strong on the shots, equally as accurate. That was a perfect shot again. I don't care who the goalie is, that's going in.
And Kyle Zich taking off the play. Bolton sweeps in. Farmer back behind to clean up. Farmer flicks it ahead and the bouncing puck. Eustace racing for it. Can Bolton get to it? Eustace turns on a dime and through center ice. Eustace challenged by Farmer. It's a battle we're going to see all day.
Yeah, that's a one-on-one you're going to call a lot, I think, during this game, Manny. Eustace and Farmer. When the other one has it, the other one is quickly getting into defensive position.
They just know where each other is on the ice at all times. And here comes Eustace one more time. Takes a shot. That one goes wide. As Brandon Adam battling with the 18-year-old, and Nichols is able to move it out to center. Farmer's got it, and Eustace is there, the defenseman. Farmer weaving, lays it off, and the shot is saved by Strong. As Bolton was there, but Strong comes up big.
You can't execute a 2-on-1 any better than this. Farmer over to Bolton. The only thing better than the execution of the 2-on-1 is the save by Ryan Strong to keep this game at 1.
And Eustace quickly moves it up and out. Bolton tracks it back down. Brett Bolton, the 17-year-old, and takes a shot from center ice. Battered away by Ryan Strong and picked up by Brandon Adam. Adam moves it up to Zich. Zich looking for the headman pass. Fires it back over. Moved in by Eustace. And the race forward as Brandon Adam gets to it first into the near side corner. Taken off by Brett Bolton. Bolton moves it along and keeps it along the dasher board. Nichols gets tied up. Moves it back over and a quick pass by Nichols. Eustace will get to it first, and Eustace glances over the shoulder. Bolton's there. Farmer as well. Farmer looking for that double team on Eustace. And Eustace steals the puck back behind Strong's cage. Eustace moves out on that left-hand side, slides it back over. Zich picks it up underneath his sled as Farmer makes him pay the price. Farmer hoists it up and out, and it's a race for it. And trying to get to it was Hill, but David Eustace moves in. Eustace checked by Bolton, maintains control, and dangerously in front of Strong's net, moves the puck back out far side as Brandon Adam touches it up. Puck is picked back up by Corey Chu, and Chu's shot deflected back over to Jerry Duvall. The Army Sergeant takes a shot, blocker, save, loose puck, put back in. Zich one more time. That is a hat trick. It is 5-5.
One more time where Zich is set up by Adam. Great play by Brandon Adam to have the awareness that if he was able to move that puck over to Zich, he had a much better shooting angle against Severson and was able to put it in to tie this game at 5.
And we are in the final minute of this first period. We're tied 5 each. Will one team go to the break with the lead as McCahill hands it off. Farmer dancing, sees daylight, moves it back up and back behind as Bolton chases it down. Bolton challenged by Eustace into the boards. Brandon Adams supporting. Eustace again. Farmer's there. The puck ricochets. Hill puts it back into the Colorado zone, and Strong pounces on it with 25 seconds and counting.
Another good stop there by Strong, and opting to just take the face off, allow his teammates to get back into position.
And the final 6 seconds with the rolling puck dies at the goal line. And we've got an icing call, but the clock is running. That's going to do it. After one, it is 5-5. Hat tricks by Kyle Zich and Declan Farmer to lead the way for their respective teams.
So everyone, I know you can hear us in the building here. Lori Save is out there selling raffle tickets. These are all going to go to Colorado sled hockey. There was no fee to come here today, so this is your opportunity. It's only $10. There's going to be a Nathan McKinnon signed stick. There's signed pictures from a bunch of Avalanche players. How about give it up for these guys that are out here? You can easy to show your support by just handing Lori a $10 bill there, and you can be supporting Colorado sled hockey and all of these amazing athletes out here. Very simple. Thank you for the people right to the right of us here. So what do you guys think so far? We've got a 5-5 game. We've got only a minute or two between periods here, and that's pretty wide open hockey there.
It's wide open hockey. One of the things that impressed me, Marty, is what we call area passing. These players do that better than anyone, where they lead their teammate, and then their teammate can just skate right into that puck full speed and continue their momentum. All of these players extremely good at just knowing where their teammate is, putting that puck into a position on the ice where they can skate into it full speed and collect that puck and keep going with all of their momentum. It's just really impressive and fun to watch.
Yeah, we've got some of the best players in the world here, and we're really blessed to have that. And we're seeing sled hockey at its highest level. And how for you calling this, Manny? Is it much different than calling a regular game?
I'll tell you, sometimes they can move that puck quicker because, like I said, they can move it back and forth underneath, and they're able to do that so quickly. We've seen the Avalanche come back after every single goal. They have answered. They have trailed by 2 one time, but now they've got it tied up, and we'll see if they can take their first lead of the game here, Charlie, as the puck ricochets right in front, and Ryan Strong makes a reaction save, and the puck is moved back out to center. And where it's picked up by Brett Bolton, the 17-year-old. Bolton has Eustace on his backside, and Bolton shakes off 2. Bolton with the puck, moving it back up ice. Bolton is challenged there and continues. He's able to get it up to Hill, staying on sides is Farmer. This shot from distance hits the end boards, and Farmer sweeps in to pick up that loose puck. Farmer with the puck on the left stick, turned aside, hands it off to McCahill, and McCahill's right-handed shot goes up and over the stick side of Strong. And we see Evan Nickel, the 18-year-old. So a 17 and 18-year-old out here for Team USA. Evan Nickel, number 19. And Brett Bolton, number 26. 18 and 17 respectively. Zich chases it down, but his flick of a shot goes up and over. Over on the far side, Brandon Adam tries to close. The puck flutters all the way back to the Av zone. And stepping out was Ryan Strong. Farmer tries to pick off that puck, comes back out to center. And working it back into Team USA zone, it's Zich with the puck. Zich, his pass deflected. Farmer's got it. Farmer over on the far side, a little area pass, Charlie. Farmer brings it back in, run as Brandon Adam closed off the backside. Farmer retains the puck. Eustace. Farmer steals it away, and Farmer brings it in all alone. Farmer looking for it, another save by Strong. Farmer was all alone. Robin Hill jams it in. And Team USA has the lead one more time. It is 6-5 on Hill's goal.
We got a little discussion between the referees looking for a possible hand pass, and they have called that, and so we do not have a goal.
Good eye there, Marty. And I think the goalie went down, or the referee went down. Back behind.
Chris Blumengold back there, yes.
It's tricky in refereeing this. We have talked to the referees before. Your peripheral is not usually looking, from the waist down, and these guys, it can be tricky. And I think that caught Craig there. And so hats off for him for taking one for the team.
We've switched ends, and I normally would say, well, now it's a long line change, and you never know how that's going to impact a game, but there's no one to change to, so not as big of a factor.
The game is not slowed, though, without
pace is incredible.
Yeah.
And Eustace, another save by Kyle Severson.
Charlie, it's 5-5, but Kyle Severson might be in the running for the player of the game right now.
I would second that.
And Eustace one more time with the puck. Back over as Eustace was looking for Corey Chu, number 30. Kyle Zich as Brandon Adam back over as Corey Chu goes up and over the cage with that shot. Loose puck, Neil McCahill's got it. McCahill looks up ice, and Eustace hustles back, protecting that puck. Used the other player a bit as a little bump there. And right in front as Jerry Duvall was lurking. Brandon Adam hits the deck. Duvall's shot deflected. Farmer thought he was off to the races. The Avs had the extra player there with the ref. And the loose puck, sweeping it back in. It's Brett Bolton. Bolton's got Hill. Bolton. As the puck stolen, we got a 3-on-1. Eustace takes it in, up and over Severson. Eustace with a tight turn. Takes it back down, back behind the cage. Severson watching. Farmer closing. Loose puck in front. Brandon Adam, and it's covered and held. 5-5, 15-18 remaining in this second period.
And this is going to only be 2 periods today, so we do need to thank our sponsors. MotoSpa is sponsored this game. They sponsor almost every Dog Nation event, and specifically the ones that are tied around sled hockey. Also, you'll notice signage for Lallier Construction and Tailwater Realty. Thank you for all those sponsors today.
Charlie, we got a tie game with 14:47 to go. The scoring might have slowed down just a little bit here. As Evan Nickel races in, picks up the puck from the dot, and the tight shot hits the side of the netting, and the loose puck finally Brandon Adam fires it back, near side. Bolton gets checked off the play by David Eustace.
Scoring may have slowed Manny, but the pace certainly has not.
As Jerry Duvall on the side of the cage, loose puck. Eustace shot got deflected. And Severson hugging the post over on the far side. It's jammed in. And is that Jerry Duvall? It is. Jerry Duvall makes it 6-5 for the Avalanche and their first lead of the game.
Yeah, Jerry just outworked everybody there. It's a lunch pail goal for sure. And poked it underneath Severson and puts Avs up 6-5. First goal we've seen in the second stanza.
I can relate to those type of goals where you're just mucking it up around the net. I wasn't a hands guy either, so a lot of my goals came from within 2 feet of the crease.
And Farmer ties it up with the flick of the wrist, his 4th goal of the game.
Well, we were just thinking there wasn't much scoring, and all of a sudden, 2 goals in about 30 seconds.
Well, and I think Manny commented in the pregame here that no lead is ever going to be safe when you have some of these caliber players that can shoot the puck the way they do, whether it's Farmer or Eustace. You go on down the list on both sides. Goals can come quick at any time.
It's Jerry Duvall on the edge of the circle, and McCahill puts his shoulder into Duvall. Farmer comes up with it and hoists it back over to the near side. Nichols, his pass intercepted. Eustace one more time, and the backhand feed. Duvall moves it back out to the center stripe. Looking for Chu. Chu is checked off. As Chu goes down, Zich tries to move it into the corner. As Farmer's got it. Farmer with an area pass up ice. Sprinting, there's Evan Nichols. Nichols moves it back over and just missing. Brett Bolton picks it back up. The 2 teenagers, Bolton and Nichols, out there for Team USA here. Puck is stolen. Farmer's got a Farmer with a move. Farmer with the puck. He's got Hill in the middle. Hill picks it up. And a shoulder save by Ryan Strong. A second save by Strong. Strong makes 2 good saves.
I think that second one, Farmer was trying to slide it back door over to Evan Nichols, and Strong was able to intercept the pass after making a real good stop off the shot by Robin Hill.
What a catch by Hill. It went right underneath the sled. She picks it up with her right stick and puts it right up on goal. Farmer over on the far side. Eustace watching as Hill was lurking one more time in the low slot. And Brandon Adam moves it up with a tie game. It's Farmer. Farmer hoists it up above. Zich gets there first. As we are tied 6-6 here in the 3rd period. Zich into the USA zone, attracts a crowd, and flicking it back over is Nichols. Nichols quickly to Farmer, and the give and go. Play is read by Corey Chu. Number 30, Brandon Adam, quickly. Zich with the puck and the shot. Hard off the end glass. Brandon Adam picks it back up. And Eustace dancing with it. Eustace, the shot just whistles wide right. Duvall sweeps in. Matched with a number 26, Brett Bolton. Duvall maintains it. Zich looking for the middle. 2! Brandon Adams scores. It is 7-6. Team Avalanche.
Well, Brandon Adam has had a couple of beautiful helpers in this game, and here he's just kind of lurking, finds that loose puck, and is able to get it in behind Severson.
I think it might be Farmer time right now.
Might be. 7-6 as Adam gets his first goal of the game. Declan Farmer, and a little friendly fire there. And slid right back over the shot, and Evan Nichols' shot is denied by Ryan Strong. Strong makes a huge save and preserves a 1-goal lead, 7-6.
You know, fellas, I think Ryan's getting the hang of this goal thing, because no rebound there. That was a strong shot from a top player, and just held the thing. Waiting for the Statue of Liberty on the next one.
And a shot from virtually no angle as number 6,
it goes in.
as Declan Farmer scores from the right-hand side.
Marty called it.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine that. We got a tie game again, seven touchdown each, and they both made the extra point. So we're coming right down to the wire here.
And Farmer one more time. Farmer is denied by Strong, who Strong makes a huge save. Puck has moved back over to Team USA. Brett Bolton with the puck. Eustace closing. Eustace steals it and tries to jam it in. Severson there, punched over. Duvall can't get to it. Farmer's got it. Farmer with Hill up ahead. The pass closed off, and it's swept off Farmer's stick by Zich. Zich is able to get it back out to center, off sides. And the delayed call. Puck has moved back over. Eustace on his horse, jumps in. Eustace brings it in. The shot, and a save, I believe, by Severson. As Eustace has the puck back up.
Somehow the puck, I'm not sure where that went. The referee's kind of lost it, but for the...
I think it ricocheted.
Yeah, up into the netting, it looks like.
7-7, 7:06 to go in this second half. Puck is jammed up over on the far side and back out to center. As David Eustace gathers it back in. Sidesteps Bolton's check, and puck is picked up by Evan Nichols. Nichols with a backhand feed, read by Brandon Adam. The loose puck, Farmer jumps on it. Farmer working his way in. Eustace one side. He makes it look easy.
He does. That he does.
8-7. Team USA, Farmer with 6 goals.
Is that all?
It's early.
Well, and on his last couple of breakaways for Farmer, you can tell he's trying to put a show on for folks. He's playing a little hacky sack with the puck going in on those breakaways. Wasn't able to capitalize, in part because he was adding a little flair.
We got about 5 minutes left, and plenty of time for the Avalanche to tie this thing back up again.
They've trailed virtually the whole game. They've had the lead a couple of times here.
Yeah.
And the Avs, Brandon Adam pokes at it free. Puck comes back over, swept right back in by Brett Bolton. Bolton put it back down low. Nichols can't control. Zich has it. Kyle Zich with a long pass and beyond the reach. And Severson making things interesting.
Yes, he did. We've shared a little bit about these guys. Severson, amazing story. He was injured with a head injury going sliding downhill or down a slide at an amusement water park, and ended up underwater for 5 to 10 minutes without anybody knowing that. Absolutely amazing that he's out, even alive. Even more amazing that he's out here today. And even more amazing how many saves he's made.
Yeah.
And what a play there by Brett Bolton. The loose puck on the side of the cage is put away. Robin Hill scores, and the lead is 2.
That was a really nice finish by Robin. She was patient. She picked it up on the outside, took her time, saw that top corner, patiently looked a little Milan Hayduk in her there and just finishing it up top shelf.
Really nice finish. Her first goal of the game, and really good save by Ryan Strong on the initial shot, and then he was able to slide across and get in position. It was just a really good shot from Hill to get the goal.
Brandon Adam turned aside by McCahill and shoved off the play by Brett Bolton. Bolton moves it up to Hill. Corey Chu getting back, trying to move the puck out. Farmer got a stick on it, and Nichols closing in, keeps the puck alive for Team USA. McCahill from the right dot takes the shot, and that one squirts in. McCahill gets his first goal of the game.
This is our biggest lead of the game here. It's open up a three spot with only 3 minutes left, and no way to pull your goalie either.
There is, well, you can pull your goalie, but you leave yourself, yeah, I guess you do have that extra attacker up front. Some of the fastest players out there. Kyle Zich over on the far side trying to manufacture one there. The puck is loose on the side of the cage. Heavy check. Jerry Duvall continues to battle. Puck is moved back over to the near side. And with 2:47 to go, Zich scores and makes it a 2-goal game. Kyle Zich with his 4th. It is 10-8.
Good play by Zich to protect that puck, get the shot off Severson, who was on him before he really even saw it. And for Zich, as you mentioned, Manny, his 4th of the game.
And the Avs have time. They've got 2:14 to go in this contest. Farmer surveys. And with the patience, with the ball on the forecheck, puck almost poked free. Farmer's got it again. Farmer works through as fires it in as he used the defenseman as a screen, and David Eustace just shakes his head there. Farmer with a smile. 11-8.
Yeah, Farmer's kind of just taken this game over in the last few minutes here. And is that number 7 for him?
It is, correct.
7, wow.
And as you mentioned, Marty, that shot, I mean, he just labels it right to the top corner. There's just virtually nothing you can do to try and stop it.
We saw Zich take a shot from center ice. Charlie, I can't even get that thing over the net from center ice.
No.
And Farmer with patience feeds it off. Hill's got it. Hill's shot. Bolton overskates. Nichols ridden into the end boards. Eustace continues to battle there for the Colorado Avs. Eustace versus Bolton. And now Farmer lends a hand. And did that score?
Yeah.
Looked like the official did point to a goal.
I think he did, yeah. Topping said it was a goal, and now we're down to just the last 30 seconds, and I think the result's not in doubt anymore. But,
Bolton gets another one. His 2nd. Final 16 seconds. And Bolton will take one more shot. Eustace feeds it back over. Brandon Adam. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And there it is. Final score, 12-8. Team USA over the Colorado Avs.
so we're not done yet. For everybody in the stands, they're going to finish up with the traditional handshake, and the players are going to come up into the bar after this, and we're going to actually have a press conference with Brandon Adam, a live press conference for everybody to check out with Brandon Adam and Declan Farmer. And so final thoughts, you guys, on the game? Start with you, Charlie.
just so entertaining. Just the pace of play for that entire 40 minutes of two halves, just really impressive to watch, and the skill and the playmaking on both of these teams, just really fun to watch. Honored to be here, and a great display of talent that we were able to watch here today.
And so in addition to that, how about you, Manny? You've called a lot of these now.
Well, we got an introduction last summer to Declan Farmer. And Declan Farmer came out for a charity tournament, and he went 5 shots versus Curtis McElhaney, a NHL Stanley Cup goaltender. And he connected on 2 out of 5, and honestly, so close on a couple of others. I mean, he almost could have. You could have guessed he could have put a couple more away there. So we've seen how talented Declan Farmer is, and you see him on the ice versus his peers like this, and he just continues to shine. But all the players, Eustace, we always see Jerry Duvall here, and we saw a couple of great youngsters. So in Evan Nichols and Brett Bolton, and of course Robin Hill getting a goal here as well here this evening.
Future is bright for USA Sled Hockey, and at this moment I'm going to bring on Scott Megan onto the set here. Scott is over and over has been our sponsors, and Charlie was part of this year's Dawg Bowl, a large part, and saw all the plethora of all the sponsors around the back. And Scott and MotoSpa were the sponsors of the sled hockey, which was multiple games during the Dawg Bowl, and stepped up again and sponsored this one. So Scott, thank you for joining us here.
Hi, pleasure's mine.
Yeah, so kind of tell us why do you support this all the time?
You know, as a business, you want to find some charities that you want to be a part of, that you want to support. And the wonderful thing about Dawg Nation is that you get to see the people that you're supporting. You know, you're not sending it off to Never Never Land and hope that it does some good. Here, you know, you talk to Marty and you give it some support, and you get to meet the people and see the people and see what it's doing in our community. And it's just because you guys do such great work, and that's why we want to be a part of it.
Tell us a little bit about your business.
Oh, we have a car wash, big full-service car wash in Castle Rock. Been there for 18 years, and that's everybody cheering for me and for the car wash. We've been around for a long time, and the thing that we do a little different than most is we still do the inside of the car for you. You don't have to vacuum it yourself, and it's great.
Yeah, we love that. I mean, a lot of local businesses come out here every year, and you're right at the top of the list. And another one is Shaw Hockey Productions, that local business here that put on the game today, and in-kind sponsorship of covering, and that allowed this to be really covered worldwide today. Whoever wanted to watch us, and we had a really good crowd here today. These guys are typically playing in front of just a handful of folks, like a lot of the just recreational hockey games are. And today we had a full stands here, a lot of cheers. You just heard a really loud cheer, and it's I know it motivates everybody, and but it also allows the sponsorships like this to give back to these guys, and they need it. And this is not an inexpensive sport, and they do have to travel. And so, you know that from youth hockey as well, Charlie. Absolutely.
And events like this don't happen with sponsorships and support. So we thank you very much for continuing to support Dawg Nation, and in particularly these sled hockey players and all the great work that they're doing.
Yeah, so we're gonna put a video on right now, and we're gonna have a few minutes, and we're gonna shift our whole scene over into the bar. So that's where I'm comfortable, Charlie, and so Scotty. So I've been there with them, and so we're gonna go get a cold one. The guys are gonna come up. We're gonna talk to Brandon Adam and the amazing Declan Farmer, and talk a little bit about that. And Charlie, you and I are going to do that. So we're going to have a treat there. So let's go take a little break here and take a look at this video for all those that are on the outside looking in.
What if there was a hockey rink for everyone?
So here we are, the future's now. The time, your time you're not alone. We've been here before, on giant shoulders, tall you stand. All is that you need, all is that you have, when you fit right in my hand. You were born to win.
What if there was a hockey rink for everyone? There's not. Yet.
You were born to walk.
Be part of creating a better and more inclusive world by helping us build the nation's first multi-sheet hockey facility for all athletes. The time has come.
You were born to win.
With your donation today, you can let the world know that these athletes were born to win. Donate now by going to hockeysheart.com.
Each week, a special group gathers on the ice to lift each other up. It isn't amazing hockey, but it is amazing. Each skater has their own story, and each is uplifted in ways that cannot be measured.
Fighting lymphoma cancer, skating with Dawg Nation to gain my strength back.
We have survived for many generations.
We play hockey to feed our soul and spirit.
Fighting congestive heart failure, waiting on a heart transplant.
I survived a widowmaker heart attack and received a heart transplant. I play every week for Sharon Hartley and myself.
I survived COVID and 4 strokes.
Beat COVID, 2 knee surgeries on the way, just to skate with these guys.
My wife was called 3 separate times and told I wasn't going to live through the night.
Van's life is forever changed with these skates.
I survived from a life-threatening head-on collision.
I was born without legs, but that hasn't stopped me from chasing my goals.
On a weekly basis, we see smiles, hugs, sweat, hard work, encouragement, and even the occasional tear. This group is what Dawg Nation calls our Hockey Heals program. We have witnessed firsthand what the power of care, friendship, and love can do for those that are struggling. So let's keep showing the world that hockey really does heal.
All right, everybody, come on into the barn. Let's talk a little sled hockey here. We're live on air, and Charlie's coming on up here. You can pick whatever one you want. Charlie, put the two players in the middle, so you can kind of
see us. We actually got the camera right in front of us, so we can kind of see what's going on, and we'll talk a little bit more
about the game. We've got a couple guys coming up
in a little bit, and love to, once they get up here, we'll get a few more people. And I got a cold one, so I'm good to go. And Charlie, you're about to get one too, I think. So Manny, I think, is going to take care of you. So Charlie, you do a lot of DU hockey games, and how do you compare sled hockey to the big boys at DU?
Yeah, I do. I've done DU hockey for 20 years now, 20 plus years. Which a former player there at the University of Denver, so it's been a real honor for me to be a part of the Pioneer program through their radio and television broadcasts for, ever since the 2000-2001 season. And I can tell you, Marty, what we just witnessed, we talked about it during the game. Just one little aspect of hockey at any level, is an area pass, leading your teammate so they can skate into the puck. Not every pass has to be tape to tape, so to speak. And the one thing I really noticed today in this game is how well these players anticipate where their teammates are going to be.
Yeah, you mentioned that a few times, and we noticed that especially on the goal. I think it was one of Kyle Zitch's goals from Brandon Adam.
Exactly, and it's effective here in this hockey, but it's effective in the NHL. The Avalanche are doing that. College hockey players are doing that. But those little area passes, it's all, it can be harder than a tape-to-tape pass because you have to anticipate where your teammate's going to be, how fast they're going. You have to lead them. They have to be able to skate into it. And then so many other aspects. Angling defensively. These players are angling absolutely the same way you do at college hockey or professional hockey.
Yeah, and so sled hockey's become a pretty big part of Dawg Nation hockey as well, and we really preach that hockey is for everyone. And started in a beer league hockey team right here called the Dogs, right here in this arena, and has turned into something much bigger than that, and has included all kinds of folks of all skill levels, all ages, now all abilities, and now even all different disciplines as we see this.
Well, I was born and raised in Minnesota. I started skating when I was 3. I played organized hockey starting at age 5, so it's always been a part of my life. I had a brother who had muscular dystrophy. He was diagnosed at 6, in a wheelchair at 9, never able to skate. He was older than me, so he always lived a little bit vicariously through me being able to play hockey. But my ability now just to be a small part of this, having that background, it's just a true honor for me to be here. And you're right, it is for everyone, and it should be.
And that really hits home for you. And probably when your brother was a kid, it really wasn't an option. And today it is.
Exactly, yeah. There would have been no sled hockey back in those days for him to even be able to try it.
And you hear these here, I mean, this is their true passion, and we see some real skill out there.
You can see some real skill, and what you also know these players are doing is they're being dedicated to the craft. They are working at getting better and better. Looking through some of the bios, I know a few of the players who mentioned their goal, if they haven't made the national team, is to aspire to make that national team. And clearly, just by the ability we aspiring to that level, but well on their way just by their skill development and their work ethic toward those goals.
Yeah, I think right now, I mean, we did share to the TV audience, and now we got a live audience here, some of the stories, and we could just kind of take some of these guys as we're waiting for them to get ready. I'm going to start off with Neil McCahill, who was a sponsor today, but his story is pretty amazing. I spent some time on the phone with him today. He was a high school football player, actually went down to Arizona and was hoping to be a Pac-12 D1 football player. Never did that because of all these injuries he had, 4 ACL surgeries, but then in addition to that, he went skiing, was hit by a hit-and-run skier, doesn't know who that person is, injuring his leg again, resulting in 38 surgeries and eventually losing his leg. And he's only been playing sled hockey for 2 years, and here he is out here. So that's, to me, these stories are all amazing. You want to take another one?
Yeah, and it's hard to almost pick them, Marty, because there are stories that are so incredible. And before I do pick one, if I mispronounce a name or I misspeak about something that these players have been impacted with, accuracy is really important. And we're here to tell their stories, and I think their stories are extremely, extremely important. But it's also extremely important, and I'm very mindful of making sure that we have it right, because the last thing we're doing, or I'm trying to do in any way by being up here, it's truly from a place of honoring these individuals and what they're able to accomplish. But you look at, Manny talked about it a couple of times during the game, a couple of these young guys, and the future being bright for sled hockey. Evan Nichols being one of those players, and he was born with what's called Perthes disease. Again, I sure hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but a rare disease that impacts children only, typically ages 3 to 11. He started playing at age 10, and I just love this. By age 17, just last year, the 2022 gold medal team, Evan Nichols is the youngest player on the U.S. national team. I mean, just reading through these, so inspirational and really, really impressive. So now Evan Nichols has won Paralympic winter gold medal to his record in 2022, but he's not done there. He also won the Para Hockey Cup in 2022, where that team took first place, as well as the International Para Hockey Cup in 2022, and that team took first place. So just one of the younger players that we were able to watch today.
Yeah, that's the future's bright for USA Hockey, and on the Paralympic side, and already 5 straight gold medals. So I don't see those stopping anytime soon with the talent that we're seeing coming up through the ranks. But honestly, another one that I spoke to this morning, I already knew him ahead of time, but I didn't know his whole story. But we were blown away today by Kyle Severson. And for those of you that don't know his story, Kyle's 30 now, but at 12 years old, 18 years ago, he was on a family vacation up in Calgary and water park, like we all go to water parks, and he slid headfirst down the slide, just like a lot of 12-year-olds would do, but he hit his head somewhere down the way and was knocked unconscious, and at the bottom of the slide he went underwater, and nobody knew he was underwater, and he was underwater for 10 minutes. And his cousin finally realized, where's my cousin? And he went and he pulled him out, and next thing Kyle remembers is 6 months later he was awake in Colorado, and so had really drowned. And when he awoke, he had no verbal skills. He was paralyzed on his left side. Didn't look very good for this kid's life. And despite all that, 18 months of rehab, he got his verbal skills back. He still is paralyzed, and we were floored. The goalie there that's made the most saves out there literally is paralyzed on his left side of his body. Absolutely incredible. And he ended up just wowing us all. And today he's going to Red Rocks Community College. He's studying. He's just a remarkable young man.
Well, and the way he played goalie to compensate for the paralysis on his left side, you could see that he would turn and have his right side facing the shooters to be able to make those saves.
Yeah.
Just absolutely incredible.
Just amazing. And we do have Brandon Adam in the house, and Brandon and Declan are going to join us up on the 2 middle seats here, where they deserve to be, right front and center.
Charlie host, Brandon.
Nice to see you.
Fun to watch you play.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Deck was being a diva, sorry.
Yeah, so put that right up to your, pretty close there to you. Charlie will take care of you. So, hey, how about a big hand for Brandon Adam?
Awesome.
So I'm going to give you Brandon's bio real quick here. Brandon served in the Army, and he was wounded in May of 2007, where he lost both legs. And just an amazing guy. He didn't let that stop him. This guy's done incredible things since. And right in front of us is his beautiful wife, Shannon. Raise your hand, Shannon. And his 2 daughters as well. They're going to be hockey players right there. And Shannon has her own story of survival. She's a cancer survivor and a survivor now. And so that's definitely worth lots there. And these guys live up in Summit County, and beautiful home up there that was part of an incredible charity called Tunnels to Towers. And if you haven't checked that one out, check it out. Brandon is now passing it forward, and he actually puts a golf tournament on for Tunnels for Towers, and we get to be involved in that as well, and it's amazing to see that. But this guy right here, he's actually not just a hockey player. He's won 2 medals in the X Games as well, and yeah, for sure. And in addition to that, he's been an avid sled hockey player for years. I've known Brandon probably close to 10 years now, and all the time I'm wondering, how's he not on the national team? Well, he took the long route. He's 37 years old now, and he became the oldest rookie in the history of the US Paralympic team. He's now on the team.
Definitely old.
So, Charlie, you want to take off and start the interview off?
Yeah, well, Brandon, first of all, the one thing I wanted to say, at least regarding today's game, a couple of times we commented how you hesitated and you waited, and Kyle Zitch came up on your right-hand side and you would delay, feed him the puck. He's going full speed, and he would be able to finish off that play.
Yep.
Just maybe walk us through those.
Sure. Just what's the point of hockey is always create space for your teammates, right? So I know I got a trailer coming at all times. That's just part of our principles as we play. And so I figured, I heard him chirping behind me. I knew he was coming. And Kyle Zitch has one of the best shots in the world, not the country, but the world. And when you got better players that do better things than you, just give the puck up. That's how you make yourself better, is just give the puck up and make the right play. And that's pretty much all we try to do. My favorite thing is to create space for others. And he always puts it away, so I don't got to worry about it.
So Brandon, you've done a lot of sports, and I know you did a lot of sports growing up. Tell us how you got into sled hockey.
Sure. So I was doing Winter X Games skiing, and then this legend around here, everybody knows his name is Nico Landeros. He's a complete legend around here, and he was a cornerstone of Team USA hockey for 10 years, and was a captain and all that stuff. And he wanted to do some ski racing, so I helped him out getting him to X Games. And then he was like, you know what, you need to come out and play some hockey. And I just came out and played some hockey and just kept going, and now I'm on the national team we got to retry out in 3 weeks, but I'm right back at where I wanted to be, and here comes the best guy in the world. Let's go.
So,
how's it going?
Yeah, this is Declan Farmer, but we're not done with Brandon yet, so we're going to talk to Charlie. You want to take the next one on Brandon here?
So, Brandon, take us through then. You start playing sled hockey, and your journey from your beginning to becoming the oldest rookie on the national team, and just perseverance, what that road looked like, how you went from getting started to where you are now.
You know, there's athletes out there that don't get, the most direct path, and my path was I was a little delusional in how good I was early on. B, I just kept working, got better and better, and then my wife got sick, so I had to put some things on pause. We established that, and now she's 100% recovered from that, so now I can push forward with my stuff. And I was lucky enough to have him move out here about a year and a half ago. Been playing with him on the club level for about almost 2 years, and honestly, I probably progressed to the point where he drugged me onto that team pretty much. And I think that's why I had great teammates that just never gave up on me and kept telling me to keep going. So I just kept going.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, you've done a lot of different sports, and we'll switch to Declan in a second here, but compare this sport to the other ones, even when before you lost your legs, and kind of where does it fit in there?
God, man. So before I got hurt, I played soccer, raced motocross, played a little bit of football, not too much, but just mostly soccer and motocross, and snowboarding. Sled hockey is by far the most demanding sport I've ever played. it's just a different level. You got so much to do with just 2 hands. And to be able to have the patience and be able to be calm is a gift from God himself, I think. And it's just what it is. And I just try and steal from this guy as much as I can. And that's it.
Yeah, that is a great answer. As he mentioned before, we mentioned, this is a 2-time X Games Olympian as well. And I got to ski with these 2 guys, and that was terrifying to try and keep up with them. But I attempted it. We did pretty well. So we also got Declan Farmer here. I'm going to give you a little bit about his. His list is like endless. This is truly the best sled hockey player that's ever lived. He was born without legs, so he's not military. But he was born in Tampa. At age 8, there was an NHL initiative to just kind of show hockey is for everyone, and Declan went and tried it. And his parents were really big on making sure that he wasn't treated differently. He played soccer with prosthetics with his brother, all different things. So very gifted athlete, and if he would have had legs, probably playing professional sports somewhere, almost guaranteed. But this guy ended up figuring out sled hockey. He's the youngest player that's ever made the national team. He made the national team at age 14. 2 years later, he won his first gold medal. 4 years later, he won his second gold medal. 4 years later, he won his third gold medal. He's the leading scorer in the history of this sport, not just for the United States, for the history of this sport. You guys got to see a little bit about that out there. And he, at age 16, he also won an ESPY. And in his spare time, he got an economics degree from some school called Princeton. So this guy is literally checks every box. And we are incredibly fortunate in Colorado to have Declan Farmer here to grow the game of sled hockey, but to also grow the game for guys like in the game, his personal game, guys like Brandon and Jerry and everybody else out there. But for me personally, selfishly, Brandon is like a son to me, and he's an ambassador to Dawg Nation, and some of the stuff that we're not going to share that's behind the scenes, pretty incredible stuff on the horizon, we think.
Yeah, well, thank you, Marty. I'm sitting between two of my biggest hype men here, so it's yeah, this has been a fantastic event putting on, and just seeing the growth of sled hockey since I moved to Colorado just a year or so ago has been awesome. There's so much enthusiasm here, so many incredible, talented players, and people that just want to give back to the game and be involved in hockey, and it's just a fantastic organization to be a part of, both Dawg Nation and Colorado Sled Hockey.
Declan, take us through, we'll talk more probably sled hockey and your path and all those things, but I wanted to start with today's game because you clearly put on a show, which is just a real treat and an honor for all of us to be a part of. Couple of breakaways where I called it hacky sack with the puck, where you're flipping it to yourself a couple of times to add a little pizzazz. Maybe walk us through a couple of those plays and attempts that you were making out there.
Yeah, I think if anyone's ever played like NHL, the video game, you can like do a chop goal sometimes. You can chop at the puck, and so I was trying to get a little chop goal going on there. But no, we were just having fun. I think we wanted to keep it a close game, so when the score was tied, maybe try to do a cooler goal. For losing, maybe try to go for a more legit goal there. But it was just, just having a good time. There's tons of people came out and support, so I want to put on a show.
Yeah, speak of that. I mean, like our beer leagues and most things, there's not a whole lot of people in crowds typically, but today that was a big crowd, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was awesome. It's fantastic to see everyone out here, see all the support, and just week or so notice. I mean, that's a lot of credit to the strong community ties that Dawg Nation's built, Colorado Sled Hockey's built. Great partnership.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's so I have a little surprise for the three of you that I had DU come into my office yesterday, and they said we'd like to do a Dawg Nation night. So who's up for a Dawg Nation night at DU this year? So here's what we're going to do. Brandon actually has got to do this before. We played at intermissions, but we want to do something way cooler this year. What we're going to do, Charlie, and is Peter Budai is going to be the goalie. And we've got this cleared already. And we're going to have 3 sled guys take shots against Peter Budai. and 3 Dawg guys. And the Sled guys are going to be this guy, and you guys have to say yes. And Malik Jones is the other one.
Perfect.
And how about Malik Jones in the house?
Malik is a dog.
And the Dawg guys are going to be yours truly, some guy named Milan Hayduk.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking Charlie Host might be the other one. What do you think?
There we go.
Awesome.
And so, and we might have to have a little side bet on this.
Yeah.
So
that's
that will be
exciting.
the intermission, and we've cleared it from the NCAA and from the and from DU. So
Awesome.
we got to pick the date and find out when it works. That's why I called you yesterday on the date. So we're gonna have to switch that date. But right in front of us, Declan, is a trophy.
Okay, I didn't even notice it. There you
So
go.
tell us what that is.
That's our boy.
Yeah, me, Brandon, 15 other guys from Team USA competed in the World Championships about a month ago up in Moose Jaw, Canada. Yep. And we won gold there. I think it was a 3rd straight gold for us. So, I mean, that was really cool. We've held on to the trophy for a little bit here. We have a lot of local national team players, not only like me, Brandon, Malik, that play with Colorado, but guys who play on other clubs are moving to Colorado too, just to, all the training and support we have out here. So we've kind of held it here with Dawg Nation for a little bit.
Can you guys speak, either one of you, just to the community? We're talking a lot about the community here, but even your teammates and the support. Declan, watching you, you're trying to set up, every teammate that you could to get a goal whenever you could, which just shows both of your humility out there in terms of what you've accomplished, what you've achieved. It speaks to family, and I haven't been a part of it a whole lot. Marty's been kind enough to allow me to just be a part of it here a little bit, but the little bit I've seen, just even on the ice today, speaks volumes about the players, what you mean to each other.
No, absolutely. I mean, we've been there's so many good players out here now, and like we train together all the time. We've been training. We've had a few guys come out of town from Florida and Ohio and DC this past week and a half to skate with us and train. So it's just been fun. I mean, these are like great friends. We see each other a few times a week to train, play hockey. I mean, that's living the dream, really, getting to play a sport you love with your friends all the time. So I mean, we're close, and then when you do an event like this that's really community oriented, it's just obviously a blast to play sled hockey, but also put it on a good event for everyone too. It's just a blessing to be a part of.
Yeah, so you've seen the sport grow, both of you guys, tremendously. I have, and just in the trajectory is crazy right now. Where do you see this sport going? Is there a possibility of professional leagues? Is there possibilities? Tell us, and that's again to both you guys.
Man, that would be a blessing if that was the case. I think it's possible in the future because, like you said, because of the leadership of USA Hockey, really, we've been able to establish this sport and worldwide. And so it's just we're going to keep pulling all these players from all around the world, and all these programs are going to get better. At some point, I think they're going to want to get together and start getting paid and become true professional athletes, and maybe one day do this and have regular club teams just like the NHL. We have our own club league right now, but the professional league is international for us right now. But it would be awesome if we had something outside of that built, and we could see that happening at some point, especially with the level of athletes that are coming right now.
Yeah, there's enough good players in the country and even the world now to have 6 to 8 team league. I think it's just people like you, Marty, just getting the right ear of people and making that happen at some point. Because I mean the hard part's there with the talent. Now it's just finding the right connections and making it work. I mean, you hear about there's professional pickleball leagues now and all these kind of alternate leagues and sports out there. I mean, the demand's there. I think it's pretty entertaining sport to watch at the highest level, and so I think there's definitely a market for it.
I think so.
So I think it's really just a matter of time.
Yeah, there's no question based on the entertainment value of what we just witnessed that there's a future along those lines. Maybe speak, if you guys can, a little bit, just obviously being so entrenched in it. On the female side, obviously Robin Hill out there today doing a wonderful job and hoping that, you know, the women's game gets into the Olympics, those type of things. How about the future for the sport on the women's side?
Yeah, shout out Robin. It was fun playing with you today.
Yeah, I agree.
For those of you that were just kind of following along, Robin Hill grew up right here in Colorado Springs area, and she's the first ever Colorado female athlete to make the United States women's sled hockey team.
Yep.
So big shout out for her right there.
Yep.
But yeah, in addition to Robin, Erica McKee, who is kind of the goat of women's sled hockey. She, if women were allowed to be on the men's Paralympic team, back, in 06, 2010, she probably would have been on the team back then. And she was just nominated for an ESPY this year for Best Disabled Athlete. The awards were a couple nights ago, so I mean that's great to see for her. The sport is growing for sure. They have the second Women's World Cup in August this year, hosted in Wisconsin. So I mean, I think it's just a matter of time before there's enough. The sport is here in the U.S., it's there in Canada. They just need, enough international teams to keep picking it up. And I think Japan recently picked up a team. Great Britain, so they're really just a team or two away from getting into the Paralympics.
Yeah, and it needs to be there. And you guys, thank you so much for joining us today and rallying the crowd, and thank you for all of you out there. But we do want to mention a few folks. Scott Megan, who was sitting there a few minutes ago, is probably up at the bar. Scott was today's sponsor, and that's MotoSpa, so thank you to Scott.
Yes,
Michael Lallier, who's probably at the bar as well. He's Lallier Construction. He sponsored today. And Tailwater Realty, which was the Cahill brothers, and one of them was out there playing today, and they sponsored as well. These guys can't do this stuff without sponsors. They can't do this without donations. We have a bunch of raffle items. We're going to do those in a little bit here. Pull the tickets, and you've got Lori right there. Lori's with the bucket in her hand, and so Lori, these are only $10 a ticket. 100% going to sled hockey. This supports their tournaments. This supports their travel. This supports registration fees. Everything that goes there. It's only $10. And we've added a whole bunch of really cool stuff to this auction, including a signed picture from this guy. So that he hasn't signed yet, but we're going to sign it. And we got a Nathan McKinnon signed hockey stick. Some really cool stuff. So for $10, you got a shot at getting something cool, but more importantly, you've got a guarantee of supporting something cool, right, Charlie?
Absolutely. Awesome. It's fantastic. Yeah.
So with that, we got one more thing, and I was if Patrick is in the house, come on up here. I'm not really sure where we hit it in the back here, but this, we want to do this on air. We wanted Jerry Duvall should be up here for this. If Jerry's out in the hallway, if someone could rally Jerry in here, and if not, we'll just go ahead and go without him.
I don't see him.
But this all at Dawg Nation we support. We support Colorado sled hockey, and we're trying to find a couple of the folks out here. These guys are part of our Dawg Bowl every year. Many of their players have become recipients of us. What Dawg Nation started as, if you guys can kind of take a look over your shoulder there in the corner, there's a jersey framed in the corner, and it's got a little bit of glare from the TV on there, but that's a number 21. That was my teammate. That was Jack Kelly, and Jack Kelly, that's his black jersey. His white jersey, he was laid to rest in. And I started Dawg Nation because of him. And every time we hand out a check or talk to someone, I get to honor my friend. And Jack is, I know he's looking down on us and pretty dang proud, because we've now given away over $4.2 million. How about that?
Nice. Jerry, get up here.
So,
Jerry's on his way.
You can just get by. Right in the front's fine.
This wouldn't happen
This is
without
Jerry
him.
Duvall. This is the president of Colorado sled hockey. Give this guy a giant hand. Yeah, right in front. And
stay right there. Yeah, good, right there.
Yeah, so that should be really loud. Let's hear it for Jerry. This guy right here changes lives every day, and I watch him tirelessly work and help others, and always puts himself behind others, and that takes a very special person, and that is a very special person. And this guy here during the Dawg Bowl donated one of his jerseys, and we were able to raise money on that. We were able to raise money today, and we are giant supporters of this organization. So on behalf of Dawg Nation and everybody here, we'd like to present Colorado Sled Hockey with a check for $2,500. So Lori, if you can maybe take a picture for us, get up close, and just take a picture real quick for us. So someone would, so we have one, or Patrick, if you want to give a, Lori's got it. So kind of get in front there. There you go.
Yeah, get in here, man.
All right, so once again, Lori's got the raffle tickets. We're going to do that in a while. In the meantime, have a beer. Come talk to some of these legends up here. And Charlie Host is one heck of a DU hockey player. He's a legend, too. So thank you all. Thank you to Shaw Hockey Productions for putting this on and signing out for now.
Boom.
Good stuff.